Before a police vehicle is ready to patrol Edmond streets, it must be upfitted. All of the special equipment that makes it a proper police car has to be installed by a technician in the vehicle maintenance department. A newly purchased police car comes to the shop with only its black and white paint job.
We get all the equipment for the unit. We install overheads, the plastic seats in the rear, all the radios, all the sirens, remove all the headlights. I mean, when you're doing this, you have to remove the whole interior of a car to run the wiring, all the lighting, and all the packages that are in the vehicles.
The Vehicle Maintenance Department maintains nearly 600 vehicles of all types in Edmond's fleet.
Those can range from backhoes to half-ton pickups to solid waste trucks, all the way to, 18-wheelers and 40-foot floats behind them. I mean, it's a big array of vehicles.
We also have 1-ton pickups, that same variety, 1.5-ton pickups, 2.5-ton pickups, Pierce fire trucks, fire engines. We also get some repairs on generators.
They maintain the CityLink buses, Edmond Electric's fleet, solid waste trucks, and the normal utility trucks you see in Edmond streets each day.
If it has anything to do with the city, it runs through this facility.
Nearly 11,000 repair orders are processed in a year's time. By checking belts, hoses, oil levels, and other preventative maintenances, this department successfully keeps vehicles operational and their customers satisfied.
Believe me, nobody wants to be without their vehicle. And in a lot of cases, they can't do anything without that piece of equipment that they have to have for the day.
If solid waste trucks aren't running each day, trash piles up. If police and fire have broken vehicles, response times during emergencies are affected. The vehicle maintenance crew realizes the importance of keeping the city's fleet operational, especially the emergency vehicles.
We don't have the luxury like a private shop would of saying, drop it off today and we'll get to it later. We have to get them in and get them out.
By being an in-house department, vehicle maintenance is able to save the city money. When the police department purchased new motorcycles in 2013, several mechanics attended training to be able to complete repairs for the motorcycles in their shop. Before, police motorcycles were supported by an outside company, which was very costly. Vehicle maintenance is also cutting fuel costs by converting some of the city's fleet to operate on propane. And then there's the full Napa parts store conveniently located inside the vehicle maintenance facility, which stocks highly used vehicle components. This addition saves time and costs on repairs.
We purchase all of our vehicle parts from this location, all that we can that they stock. Something they do not stock, they go out and have parts delivery runs for us.
Technicians in vehicle maintenance can perform something as simple as an oil change, but also be able to work on internal engine and transmission repairs for various types of vehicles.
One day they're working on the trash truck, the next day they're under a fire truck, and tomorrow they may be inside of a backhoe. So they got to really have a broad knowledge and a good mechanical understanding and be able to read all the technical data that we get in here.
That's probably one of the hardest and difficult things we have to follow through every year with is training. We have a variety of different vehicles in the fleet. We go from weed eaters to graders. To have that training is a pretty tough pill to swallow every year and try to get training for.
Many of the technicians in vehicle maintenance are certified by the National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence. Even their working environment has been recognized as a Blue Seal of Excellence shop for over 12 years in a row. As technology improves each year, the mechanics must learn the changes and know how to repair the new equipment. Understanding the inner workings of emergency vehicles like fire trucks can be challenging.
Those are pretty extensive. The tests are pretty tough. Overall, the pumping systems to the fire trucks, the electronic controls, the computers, the communication systems. We have in-house training where we do, electrical training, fuel injection training. We go to factory schools, hydraulic training. I mean, there's a lot. Compressed natural gas training.
Schedules throughout the work week accommodate the many city departments and their unusual shifts. There are even mechanics on call every weekend and holiday. Vehicle maintenance staff is considered essential personnel.
That means when the rest of the city is shut down because it's snowing, we're here. We don't get those days off. If it's a natural disaster, if there's some kind of emergency, we're called in 24/7. So we have to be here.
Not only are they available, but they have to be able to solve unique dilemmas. When large machinery breaks down in unusual environments, they're called to make repairs.
And these guys really have to be able to improvise at times and do it in a safe, quick manner to get what we need accomplished. And I think that's one of the biggest gifts a lot of them bring to the table. They'll find a way to make it work, and so we can get it out, get it in here, and get it repaired. We have to think outside the box, and sometimes we have to fabricate tools, we have to make tools, we have to make components, we have to do things to equipment, you know, that the average person wouldn't even imagine sometimes, just to get it serviced and get it moving again.
Even when tornadoes came through Moore in May of 2013, mechanics were on standby in case another city needed them.
They all called in and said, hey, if you need me, I'm here. You know, it's not very often you get a crew that calls the supervisor and says, if you need me, just call and I'll come in.
And that means they have to be dedicated.
You have to be to do what they do. Not everybody wants to work on a trash truck because obviously they get pretty messy, but they're also very complicated with a lot of moving pieces. So they're very, very dedicated to what they do. Very good guys, hard-working guys.
The most rewarding thing about this job is knowing that we do a good and safe repair to all the vehicles, knowing that the other departments do trust our ability and know we have the technical skills to maintain the fleet.